Police nab suspects in Homewood bus driver's murder. Just under 5 hours after the brutal murder of a bus driver of Homewood Technical High School in Manchester, police reported that they held 2 suspects approximately 28 miles away in neighboring Clarendon. Head of the Manchester Police Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan told reporters that immediately after the murder of Rowan Gentles on the school compound about 8:15 a.m., the constable's operations and investigations mechanism was put in place and, through coordinated efforts, a motor vehicle with the 2 male suspects was intercepted. This dastardly act was perpetrated by a gunman who lay waited him at the school gate. After the incident, he escaped in a motor vehicle that was waiting some distance away, Duncan stated. As it stands now, those persons are being interviewed. We are hoping to move the investigation further. We're here standing in solidarity with the principal and the Homewood Technical family just to give them the necessary support, Duncan told reporters during a visit to the school in the company of the National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang and Manchester North Eastern Member of Parliament Audley Shaw. Dr. Chang commended the police for their swift action in apprehending the suspects. I have to consider it as swift, effective work by the police. I have to commend the officers involved and also the brave citizens who provided some information. They were able to get enough information to track down the vehicle, Dr. Chang stated. 47-year-old Gentles, who is Homewood's official bus driver, was gunned down shortly after transporting students to the school from Mandeville, and as he awaited members of the school's football team to board the bus for Spalding, where they were scheduled to play 2 matches. Homewood principal, who dismissed school early, said students and staff were left traumatized by the murder of a well-loved employee. It is a sad day for us at Homewood Technical High School. It is a sad day for Christiana and Jamaica. The killing of the school's driver is deeply regretted. He was someone who was pretty much comfortable and interacted well with everyone. He transports the children on PATH, Program of Advanced Through Health and Education, from Mandeville to school. It is just unfortunate. The students and teachers were traumatized, stated the principal. He said the Ministry of Education is expected to support the school's devotional exercise on Monday and other grief counseling to students and teachers. Additionally, he said the churches and officials from all schools in proximity are expected to offer counseling sessions to help Homewood students and teachers cope with this difficult period. The principal called on the Ministry of Education to review the school's layout and create a new entrance to remove a community road running through the middle of the compound. It is very unfortunate that this incident took place in the middle of the school compound. One of the things I want Mr. Shaw and the Ministry of Education to look at is this public thoroughfare that runs in the middle of the school that leads to a neighboring community. Had it been that this road wasn't here, the possibility exists that the killing would not have taken place on campus. If the gate was elsewhere, such person would have to wait at the gate and would have to be interrogated and processed if they are coming onto the campus, he noted, in reference to the gunman. Councillor O'Neill Evans, People's National Party Christiana Division, and PNP aspirant from Manchester North Eastern Valentino Val Williams also visited the scene early Friday. Evans said he knew Gentles very well. This is a close-knitted community, North East Manchester. Everybody know everybody, and I was with him at the dead yard up to last night, Evans stated. Manchester had recorded 45 murders since the start of the year, compared to 39 for the corresponding period last year. Friday's murder in Christiana was the second at a school in that era in recent months. On September 6, Cuthbert Lambert, otherwise called Jerome, 27, was shot dead by a gunman at the gate of Christiana Moravian Primary. Wynne said community intervention was done following that killing. We marched the last time we had a shooting at Christiana Moravian. The citizens have to join hands and heart and see how we can get together as social agents and speak to our community members. This is really bad. This is the worst thing that could have ever happened. It is a sad day for Jamaica, he stated. Meanwhile, Deputy Superintendent Duncan said the police will maintain a presence at the school, given that there are borders on the property.
They have in fact apprehended individually, but the driver who took him away from property and himself, and that was African's swift, effective work by the police. I commend the officers involved, and also the brave citizens who have provided some information. We cannot, of course, identify them, but they were able to get enough information to track down the vehicle that was here to take them out. So that is the required. Of course, where killers are concerned, it would be nice if we could remove them from the community for a while before they commit this crime. But I said the police is prepared to organize to respond, and they responded very well and have apprehended the perpetrators. But it's still a very traumatic event, especially in this particular case where there are some nearly 2,000 people on property, 1,400 students to the beginning of the morning, and the teachers involved in a community, a peaceful, well-established, organized education institution. It's a real horrible incident, and we'll have to examine how we can find a way to deal with some of these criminals.
It's about 8:15 a.m. today. Mr. Rowan Gentles, a 47 years old bus driver who is employed to the Homewood Technical High School, was shot and killed whilst he was at work. This bastard act was perpetrated by a lone gunman who lay in wait for him at his school gate, at his workplace. After the incident, he escaped in a motor vehicle that was waiting some distance away. Immediately after the incident, our operation and investigation machinery was put in place, and some serious work was done. It led us over into a neighboring parish of Clarendon, where a vehicle was intercepted and some persons taken in custody. As it stands now, those persons are being interviewed. We're hoping to move the investigation further.
Lawyers being recruited into JCF to strengthen preparation and completion of case files. Justice Minister Delroy Trock says the government has initiated the recruitment of 20 attorneys for the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF to strengthen the preparation and timely completion of case files in order to enhance greater efficiency within the justice system. I don't think they have already appointed all 20 as yet, but the idea of the 20 attorneys is that these attorneys will work with the investigators to make sure that the reports or the documents are brought in on time and that even the affidavits are properly put together. They will work closely with the DPP, the minister stated. It's a major problem. You have cases being put on and off, and we are really hoping that a number of the policy directions which we have dealt with over the past 5 years will ensure that the cases can be completed. We are making progress. In the parish courts, we are dealing with cases within 9 months now, Chuck added. He was addressing the CCJ Academy for Law Regional Town Hall at the University of the West Indies Mona campus on Thursday. The hybrid session focused on advancing justice in the Caribbean, post-Needham Point Declaration. Chuck lamented that one of the drawbacks in getting cases started in Jamaica is to get a file completed. The greatest problem is to get the forensics report, and when you ask the head of the forensics lab, Judith Mowat, she says yes, they are prepared, but nobody collects them, and in court when the investigators are asked, they are still waiting on the reports, and in fact, if they had checked, they had been on the forensic lab many weeks or months before, he noted. Meanwhile, Delroy noted that recommendations outlined in the Needham's Point Declaration are consistent with a good criminal justice system, and certainly they are consistent with what I hope we can achieve here in Jamaica. The Needham's Point Declaration follows 6 themes and contains 39 recommendations for the reform of the criminal justice system in the Caribbean. Trout noted that an integrated criminal justice system will enable a smooth process among the various sectors. We've seen to have firewalls between the different components, and a couple of years ago, I was in Rwanda with Chief Justice Brian, and the system has its integral criminal justice system, where technology connects the Court of Appeal, High Court and other courts with the DPP, with the police, with the forensics lab, with the correctional services, and with the health authority. So yes, there are firewalls between them, but at least the technology is such that you can get things moving, documents moving in seconds, he noted. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.